Welcome folks, in today's video I'll be showing you guys several handy and new Blender add-ons that are guaranteed to enhance your workflow when using Blender. From tools for modeling and texturing to attaching objects, generating patterns, there is something for everyone today. Well, technically not everyone, but without further ado, let's jump right into it. We're gonna start with Pattern Designer. And just like its name suggests, this tool is all about generating patterns by transforming any texture into cool looking patterns. So in a nutshell, Pattern Designer is a geometry node generator that you can use in your Blender projects to get original organic patterns into your scene, which can work especially well as displacements for your environmental elements, and you could also use it for making cool animated UI elements. Or you can stick to its basic usage and apply it to your floors or walls, because at the end of the day, it is really up to you. I should also inform you that this generator offers loads of possibilities by introducing a couple of sliders to precisely and neatly manage your patterns. I'm talking about things like tilting, count, the option for honeycomb and triangle profiles, radial and linear arrays, just to name a few options that you can play around with. Using Pattern Designer is straightforward. You can append the node group into your scene or use the provided standalone Blender scene for focused design work. It also offers two main warp deformations, circular, kaleidoscopic, and quarry, each with various sub-deformations to experiment with. And what I think the best feature of this add-on is the fact that it offers the option to add animations with the auto animation driver node group, which produces amazing results. Moving on from complex pattern generation to a much simpler add-on that brings the old auto smooth feature. If you find the recent changes to the Blender 4.1 auto smooth feature frustrating, well, you're not alone. The developer of this add-on was also disappointed by the new system, so he decided to take matters into his own hands. And this add-on brings back the functionality of the previous Blender version, providing a familiar interface which ensures the auto smooth modifier stays where it should be. I must also mention though that it is still in the experimentation stage, so you might want to take everything with a grain of salt. Nevertheless, the developer was excited to share his add-on, and he doesn't expect that it won't face any problems. So if you face any issues, you may want to contact him to solve some problems. And if everything works as it should be, then good for you. Now let's jump to something more interesting, which is all about attaching your objects with the Attachify Pro add-on. In a nutshell, it is a nice tool for dynamic curve creation and object wrapping inside Blender. And from what I can see, it allows you to easily generate dynamic curves by pressing J over your object. This feature lets you easily connect objects, offering smooth and organic transitions. Moreover, by simply pressing the Y button, you can draw lines to wrap between different objects, ensuring they blend nicely into the environment. And the interesting thing is that the add-on comes with over 25 curve profiles, offering curve types such as ropes, plants, chains, and sci-fi curves, which I think can be useful in different use cases. Each curve type comes with customizable parameters as it should, allowing you to fine-tune even the smallest details, because each project is different and you will need certain parameters to allow you to complete it successfully. And the cherry on top is that with the add-on, managing simulations is really simple, since you can easily hide and reveal your simulations, which provides clarity while being user-friendly. But the most important thing for me is productivity and efficiency. Around the same topic of productivity and efficiency, it is no secret that we are trying to elevate our production on this channel, especially when it comes to video editing. Personally, I'm always trying to find ways to create better and more engaging content. And with Skillshare learning paths, you will get access to handpicked and curated classes that aim to hone your skills in one software ordered logically for you to go from zero to hero. For me, video editing is one of those things. So I picked this class called Advanced Video Editing with Premiere Pro. which is basically a video editing path to get the best out of your time while editing. But you can also find classes on a plethora of different topics like graphic design, photography, filmmaking, writing, web development, social media, you name it. So Skillshare is an amazing place where you can learn and pick up new skills. It has one of the largest learning communities on the web, with a massive and ever-growing content library. So what are you waiting for? Join an online class on Skillshare, choose a learning path, and push your work to the next level. And the first 500 people to click the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Now back to the video. Let's move on to the next add-on, which is about enhancing the realism of your scenes by adding aging effects to your materials. So in a nutshell, it allows you to add various types of aging effects to your objects, which can be great in a lot of use cases. For example, if you don't know how to use material nodes, or software such as Substance Painter, or in case you don't want to spend a lot of time doing repetitive tasks. So this can be a quick and effective solution to save time. You can actually add different effects like dust, dirt, edge wear, grunge, smear, scratches, rust, and more. But it doesn't end there. You can get a lot of customizability like we have in other add-ons by giving you control over things like aging, opacity, location, scale, and more. Let's move now to something more organic, which is all about making characters. Blob Fusion is a new Blender add-on designed to make it easier for you to model characters and creatures of any type. Basically, it combines the best aspects of Z-spheres and metables, which I think offers a very simple yet effective workflow when it comes to making characters. With it, you can use two primary primitives, sphere and round cone blobs, which makes the workflow of making characters a whole lot easier. The interesting thing about the add-on is that by adding new blobs, it automatically generates a hierarchical object structure that has a rigging system for you to use. In addition, you can control the blobs blending to achieve organic and realistic results, at least in theory. I would also mention that it includes a library of presets for quick prototyping, covering various forms like humans and animals. On a side note, Blob Fusion simplifies the armature generation, making character modeling more straightforward, I think. And there you have it, guys. If you are interested in one of these add-ons, you will find all the necessary links in the description. I hope you guys found this video useful and informative. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You can also check some of our previous videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.